Sporty at 40.
Now, Joshua.
Sporty at 40, T-Mac.
Getting sporty at 40.
Sporty at 40.
It's the 40 sporty.
It's sporty at 40. That's a lot of fun to say, T-Mac.
It is, mate. Listen, we've come a long way now. We're here at episode 40.
We've had 40-ish episodes.
40 weeks. That's almost 41.
Well, we've recorded about 46 episodes.
Yeah, and we have lost 4 or 5. This is true.
We've lost a few episodes along the way, but we're at 40 official episodes that have been published for our listeners to listen to and enjoy.
And that's nearly 52, which is basically how many weeks are in a millennium.
In maths terms, 40 is about 50 or 60 off 100.
If you take the square root of 40,
right, go with it. Keep going with it.
You're
onto something.
You sprinkle a bit of seasoning.
Keep going with it. Keep going with it.
Place it in a bin with a dirty sock that has a hole in it.
You're there.
And there's generation.
You got lost.
Okay, so listen. We've covered off on many, many topics over these last 40 weeks.
Yes, we have. But what have we neglected, T-Mac?
There's one thing we haven't touched on, dude.
Okay.
And that is sport.
Oh, is that right?
We've had several hundred emails depicting this, complaining. And I believe why aren't you talking about sport?
Did we also get one YouTube comment as well?
We did get a YouTube comment
from Andrew... It was Andrew Else?
Andrew Else.
Andrew Else gave us a YouTube comment. Thanks, Andrew. If you're out there listening, thanks for the comment. We really appreciate it. We love hearing from our fans.
Yeah, what was that comment?
I didn't really read it.
Yeah, I didn't either. I deleted it quickly.
One of our secretaries told us
about it. We deleted the YouTube account. Yeah,
we don't use our YouTube account.
Exactly. It's true. Yeah, the marketing manager did something with that, I think.
Well, I don't know. Flyer. It was some sort of marketing employee that they tried to get.
So here we are at episode 40. It's the sporty 40.
It's the sporty 40. We've decided to go with a sport theme for this episode, team.
A bit of a sport theme. We've got a special sport guest. Really well-established man here in Melbourne, Australia, the sports guy.
But what is our rules? What's the guidelines with this sport episode? Is it specifically a sporting episode? Because some of the stuff that I've come up with, you never know. It might have nothing to do with sport.
Is any theme we've ever had for any show ever actually that theme?
It's loosely themed sporty at 40.
Look, we've had we've had the education editions.
Yeah, we have.
We've had the sex edition.
The unintentional. All these are unintentional as well. These are all off the cuff.
Basically, it means we've had one segment on that theme.
Yes, basically, and then we've sort of named it that, and we've given it that title. But this one, we've put a little bit of thought into it. We've called it Sporty at 40.
Sporty at 40.
And we've got maybe one or two segments where we may or may not talk about sport.
Yeah. So if any of you want to talk about balls, you're in the right place. Ladies, you're here too.
Yes, you are. So sit back and relax and get excited about Generational on your podcast Thursday.
And we're back with the Sporty 40.
Sporty 40.
I feel like big fat dirty bastard in what's his name?
Fat bastard from Austin.
Yeah, that's the one.
Fantastic. Sporty 40, T-Mac.
He would be Sporty 40 too.
I feel like a lot of people are going to get sick of Sporty 40.
Okay, let's drop that. Let's drop it.
I kind of want to keep saying it.
It's fun to say.
It's really fun to say.
I feel like that's Victoria Beckham at age 50 or something.
That's when
she still thinks she's sporty at 40.
Oi, Beckham, it's sporty at 40. I'm horny. Come over here.
Is that horny at 40?
Yeah, I'm horny at 40, Beckham.
Get your ass on at 40, dude.
She kind of has an Aussie accent when she says Beckham. She does.
It's interesting. Yeah,
kind of nice. It's different. It's unusual. So on the sporting theme, T-Mac.
Yes, sir.
Massive sporting event last night was the Maroons versus the Blues in the Rugby State of Origin.
Okay.
So any sporting people international, look up the State of Origin for Australia. It's a massive event where Queensland and New South Wales battle it out, the best of the best in NRL. They have a game of rugby.
That's like the test. That's the test match, right?
It's a test match of where they have a couple of sets.
Yeah, and then they sit down and they
discuss
wave
points.
Flags.
Talk. And then like they kick a ball.
Yeah, and then someone catches it, sits down again,
and they give points out to the people that try the hardest. and then they have a winner at the end of the day.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
So the Maroons got up last night, T-Mac. The Maroons won. Get excited. The Queensland Maroons won.
Okay. I'll get excited about that.
I'll tell you what Maroon didn't win last night, T-Mac.
What might that be?
Julia Gillard.
Hmm.
Did you see what I did there?
Yeah, I did.
Because she has red hair.
Oh, right.
Maroon.
Okay, yeah.
Maroon. So, Julia
clever.
Gillard, all right, here we go. So, this is a political segment.
Okay, yeah.
Not a sporting segment. So, I gave you a bit of a sporting taste at the start, but it's a political segment.
It's a polysport.
We're going to get serious.
Let's do this.
We're going to bring it down a notch.
Let's do this.
Because we're talking about Australian politics here. And if anyone out there follows Australian politics, which I'm sure a lot of you people will, Julia Gillard was ousted last night by Kevin Rudd.
Shocking.
Okay.
Shocking turn of events.
So he was challenging her a little bit, and he has been for a while. And she said, you know what? Enough of this. Let's have a ballot. Whoever wants Rudd to be Prime Minister, vote for him. Whoever wants me to be Prime Minister, vote for me.
Speaking of sweaty balls, how low were hers hanging when she put out that comment?
Well,
honestly.
she came out and she's quoted as saying, my balls were touching my knees and causing my ankles to condensate.
Exactly. And,
So-
and I mean, honestly, I really respect her for
That
this.
was on
Like,
2UE.
whoever loses is bailing politics.
Exactly.
That is a bold statement, dude.
that was the rule. Whoever lost had to retire from politics.
Exactly right. That's insane.
That is a bold, incredible move, okay? And she lost.
Yeah.
She lost. So the Maroon lost. The Maroon lost to the New South Wales Blues in that case as well.
Right.
Okay? But I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why they consistently wanted Rudd to come back into the leadership of the Labor Party. Can I tell you why?
Yeah, please.
It's got nothing to do with policies. It's got everything to do with Gillard's annoying habits.
Oh,
Okay?
right.
And
Yes.
there's plenty of them.
Yeah.
There's plenty of them.
Yeah.
Alright? I had a chat to my backbencher friend.
Mhm.
Right? I have a few friends in the
Well, of course you do.
backbench.
Yeah,
you
I know.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Been there.
Okay. And here are a few of Gillard's annoying habits. I'm just going to rattle them off for you, team. Actually,
Sure,
sent me an email. This is all official stuff. Shouldn't be sharing it with anyone, but here we go. You know,
Well, we're just sharing
listeners-
it with our two fans.
Just exactly right.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
all three of you, if you could just keep this to yourself, that'd be fantastic. She used to chew and spit tobacco on the floor of the Senate, T-Mac.
See, that's not... Yeah, well...
Unhygienic.
It doesn't surprise me. However, she is a lady
Yeah.
in the loosest sense of the word, so you would expect a little bit more...
She was very old-fashioned.
Yes.
And she liked to have old-fashioned habits. And that was an annoying one, because it's obviously not common nowadays. So, and it's very unhygienic. She used to park in the disabled spots.
Yeah.
T-Mac. I mean, Prime Minister, I can park wherever I want. No, come on, Julia. You know what I'm saying?
Did she use the disabled toilet?
Well, I mean, she's no T-Mac. Generational.
Next.
She used to refer to Tasmanians as vag critters. That was a little bit annoying. A little bit disrespectful.
Yeah.
I mean, being that she's the Prime Minister of Australia.
Sure.
She used to have Fish Taco Wednesday, and it used to stink out the whole office, and people really didn't appreciate that one. So Fish Taco Wednesday, that was one of the reasons. Not getting involved at Labor glow paint parties. They had an annual glow paint
Yeah,
party.
of course, yeah. I've been to one, actually.
They're crazy.
They're insane.
They're absolutely crazy. They had Van Buren at the last one, I believe.
Did they?
Van Buren,
Yeah, yeah.
DJing. It was crazy. Always turning the radio to Vega. No one listens to Vega.
No, they don't. No.
She loved it, though. And
No.
that was annoying.
It is her right.
And it's annoying enough for her to be ousted as Prime Minister. Not laughing at awesome office pranks. She was a bit of a stiffler for that one.
Yeah.
She wasn't really into that sort of stuff. Declining a secret handshake policy.
Oh.
Labor tried to pass that legislation, a secret handshake for anyone in Labor.
She wanted no part of it.
No part of it.
Wow.
Wasn't interested. Said there was better things to be discussed.
Really?
Name one thing, Julia.
Take it easy.
Name one thing. And a Lady Gaga obsession. That was a little bit crazy and too
Wait.
much for some of the backbenchers.
You could see it coming through the years. You could see it coming through her fashion. She was just starting to... Had she proceeded any further, I think we would have been seeing some meat dresses very soon.
Well, you can see it in the fashion, can't you? In
You
the
can.
hairstyle.
Definitely.
In the makeup.
Sure.
And in the cone bras. Absolutely, definitely. And finally, cannibalism. So a lot of annoying things that Julia Gillard, sort of habits that she had that really forced the point, and it all escalated into a ballot where she lost to Kevin Rudd, and now
There you go.
she's not in politics
It makes
anymore,
it all makes sense
T-Mac.
now. Jenners, take that to the bank and post it wherever you like, you three people. Don't tell anybody where we got this information, and we'll be right back with the sports guy. The sports guy.
Cannibalism doesn't pay.
Now we're getting sporty with 40 as we've promised you. Episode 40 is a sporty edition. We'd now like to formally introduce our sport expert, the sports guy, the Melbourne sports guy, the worldwide sports guy, in the house right now, and here he is.
Generational.
Yeah, thanks Tim and Joshy. Great to be here. Thanks for the invitation. I've seen on the social media channels that there has been a craving for some sports content, so I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to get sporty at 40.
Sporty with 40.
It's actually our pleasure, sporting guy. And can we call you that, or should we call you Mr. Guy? What would you like to be?
How do you feel?
Oh, just MSG. That'd be fine.
MSG. Fair enough. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's go with that one. So I guess you've got a lot of news that you should get through. So maybe we'll just give it to you. Take it away, the sporting guy.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of news. He touched on the state of origin from last night, but I just wanted to go international. This is generational, going international. So we just got something down the wire from our friends at the Spangled Bugler at Tunkalooga, and that's a big shout out to them over there, Team Mac. That's about, as you know, about 45 minutes west of Des Moines in Iowa. Yeah. I don't know if you swung through there on some of your road trips back in the day.
Hadn't actually made it through there, no. Intentionally went around that on my way to Albuquerque.
Probably got a bit intense for you. You didn't want to go there during the Midwest Stacky Championships, which are just going on at the moment.
Yeah, I understand. It's really difficult to get through the traffic lines there at that time of year. Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's a combination of the Irish game of hurling and the Scottish game of shinty. Don't know if you know those two, but there's a derivative of one which was a derivative of the other, and this is the derivative. So
okay.
Yeah, so last night we had the home side. The Tunkalooga Trivia actually got over the Punxsutawney Panaceas in a hard-fought encounter. Josh, I know Bruno Eustace. You've got him in your fantasy
big
side.
Yeah, poster in my room actually as well. Guilty pleasure.
Yeah, so look, it was a hard-fought encounter. The trivia asked plenty of questions of the Panaceas, and for a while, Punxsutawney thought they actually had the cure for everything. But as the game wore on, it became pretty clear that Tunkalooga had all the answers, and they came out victorious.
Oh, that's fantastic!
Yeah, no, I always thought that they would be.
That is a top effort. That is a top trivia effort, man. I really, I can't even. I don't think I've ever heard anything of that nature in the trivia game. Really.
Yeah, no, it was a big moment in the history of trivia. I would say.
What an upset as well.
Yeah,
absolutely. What an upset, absolutely.
I wouldn't have
It's a great
that.
effort by everyone. Yeah. It's a good turnaround.
What did that pay out at the? What were the bookies paying out on that?
I think it was about. I think they covered the spread, so it was probably about $1.50. I'd say.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely. I believe the first prize was a 6-pack of hot dog buns as well. So it's a big one out there.
There's some grinning winners out there today.
Absolutely,
in the trivia sporting world.
Enjoy your hot dogs.
Yeah, big shout out to them. Now, that was the overnight results, but. I know we're going at this sporty at 40. We're sporty 40, so I wanted to talk about the 40s, sport 40s.
Sport 40s.
Okay.
Sporty at 40s.
I wanted to, so I tried to go through some famous 40s, retired jerseys, number 40.
Okay.
There's not many. No. That's Bill Lambier from the Detroit Pistons, teammate. You would have followed him back in the day. Joshy, you're a big Leafs fan. Yeah.
Billy.
Yeah, it wasn't the most popular guy going around, but so I went back and I looked at 1940, maybe 1940, big year, sporting 40.
Maybe something.
Not much going on in 1940. World War was going on, so supposed to have the Summer Olympics, supposed to have the Winter Olympics in Sapporo. They didn't go ahead, but got thinking about the Winter Olympics, and they're going on next year, and I was just thinking about a guy we were talking about in the generational officers last week. We've got Steve Bradbury, T-Mac. We were touching on him last week with the Olympic speed skater.
Oh yes, I do recall him. Yeah.
So pretty famous victory in the 2002 Winter Olympics. But I just wanted to take you through his backstory. If you've got 1 minute, if you got 2 minutes,
absolutely run with it.
Okay, so that was his third Olympics was 2002, but his first one was actually 1994.
Okay,
where he won bronze in the relay, which was a great effort. Went into 1998, actually got into a couple of collisions. So this is speed skating. It's a hectic sport. There's 5 guys skating around in a circle, and survival of the fittest sometimes.
On ice, no less.
This is ice, it's where skating is usually done,
on ice.
And then after his second Olympics in 98, he had a training accident in 2000, would you believe, he was actually skating. There was more collisions.
So he's got there's a bit of an omen following him around.
Yeah, so there was a collision in front of him, went to jump over the top of the collision, clipped it through on the skate, which is what you need on ice, Joshy, and fell over into the barriers, fractured his vertebrae, had pins in his head and his skull, massive injury.
So he really had that win coming to him by the end of that, by his third Olympics.
Well, this is the thing, 2 years later, third Olympics. He's going in, he's got the heat, he's got...
It's 8 years later.
Yeah, 8 years later. 8 years later, yeah.
Did he take his skates to that one?
I think he had his skates.
Okay, good.
So, ice skates.
Yeah, ice skates, yeah.
Okay.
And
the first two, I think he took roller skates.
He took roller skates, which was the whole thing. He didn't understand the concept.
Yeah, and hence
He's Australian. I mean, there's no ice.
So by this time, he had caught on to the sport.
He's got his skates, he's got the ice, and so on the final day, his heat in the morning. Won the heat easily.
He won the heat, of course.
Easily.
Steve Bradbury,
Got in the quarterfinal, thought, geez, this is a bit tough. Top two of the quarterfinal qualifier. He finishes third.
Yeah.
Guy comes second, gets disqualified.
Oh, wow.
He's into the semis.
Okay,
nice. This is all on the same day.
Nice.
He's in the semis.
Nice.
And he's looked around at the semi-final field and he thought, I'm not much of a chance here. I'm a bit old. This is 8 years since my first Olympics.
It's been 8 years.
I'm just going to skate at the back, see what happens.
Yeah.
The semi-final.
Yeah.
Goes around in the semi-final. Skates at the back.
Yeah.
3 guys in front of him crash. Finishes the second in the semi-final. Into the final.
Wow.
Straight into the final.
So this was all a technique. This was all an actual tactic to skate in the back.
You just thought...
not necessarily win the race, but just get there. Just get there.
Get to the end.
I think it's it's kind of like the Tony Abbott. I mean, I want to go back to politics there, Joshy. But,
sure. He's just staying quiet in the back of the benches.
That's right.
Yeah.
Julia and Rudd are fighting it out, and then bam, he Bradbury's it.
So he gets into the final.
Yes.
And he's only got there through other people falling over, disqualification, whatever. 8 years after his first Olympics.
8 years. That's
2
3
years
Olympics.
after he snapped his neck in half.
Yeah.
And he's going around, lap after lap after lap. They come around to the final corner. There's a race of 5 people. There's 4 people in front of him. They fall over.
Yeah.
All 4 of them.
He cruises through to the finish line, and years after that, everyone's saying, I've done a Steve Bradbury.
Yeah.
If everyone's fallen over in front of me, I've done a Steve Bradbury.
Can I clarify, this final was raced on ice as well?
This was an ice skating race.
So every race that he was in was on ice.
Oh, except for the roller skating ones.
Except for the roller skating heats.
Well, there was the ones where he showed up to the ice with the roller skates.
Yeah.
There was a couple of times he showed up to the roller derby with the ice skates.
What
to overcome a few hurdles.
Exactly.
Do you know what I love about this guy? He makes no apologies for his technique or the way he won this gold medal. And yet, he's still got like some cereal sponsorships and things like that, doing ads, whereby he was actually mocking himself in the ads.
Absolutely.
It was like, and I love that about him. Because, the man can laugh at himself. But at the same time, in the back of his mind, he's going, look, I knew it was going to happen the whole time.
Yeah.
I had my ups and downs throughout my 3 Olympics. I got there.
Yeah.
I knew exactly what I was doing. I knew it would happen. And a little bit of doping never hurts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just a bit of doping.
It never hurt anyone. Joe Watson,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's a dope.
Get excited.
Well, that's fantastic, man. That's some unreal background there, sporting guy. I mean, we would never have thought to even attempt to talk about some sporting events of that nature.
Well, we wanted an update, and what we got was an event.
We got a history.
We got a history lesson as well as a sporting update. So there's a one-off for all our generational listeners. You know what I'm saying?
And for all those 200 emails that came through, back at you, bitch. We got the sporting guy in. You couldn't get anybody better than that in Melbourne, Australia.
Sporting guy, will you hang around a little bit? I have a couple of questions that I want to ask about you. I want the people, our fans, the people out there, the real people, to know a little bit more about yourself.
Yeah, I'll stick around.
Let's stick around after the break. So, sporting guy.
Yeah.
Or MSG.
MSG.
AKA MSG.
Sporting guy I am a little bit interested in what makes you you. Okay? So I'm going to ask you some questions. It's going to be 2 things, and you have to pick straight off your head which one you're more interested in, which one appeals to you more, which one is the one that is you.
So just right off the top.
Right off the top of your head. Don't even think about it. Just say it straight away.
We won't ask you to go away and prepare and come back or anything of that nature. Okay. Just off the top of your head, like we do it here.
Straight on the top of your head, all right? You got
just like off the cuff.
Off the sporty at 40.
Yeah, we're sporty at 40.
Sporty at 40.
We're sporty at 40. So here we go. I'm going to.
It's not 40 questions, is there?
It is not 40 questions. No, there's about 14, 15 questions. All right, and here we go. Just straight off the top of your head, sporting guy.
First thing that comes to your mind.
First thing, not the second, not the third, the first.
Which
thing.
one's most like you? Is that the question?
Which one's most like you? Which one are you more interested in? Which one do you like more? I guess.
Okay.
Well, let's do a little bit of a song for it, perhaps as well. Maybe that'll help explain it a little bit more. Basically, what you do is tell the people what you like more. Josh is gonna tell you two things, and you have to say straight away what you like more. What do you like more, sporting guy? What do you like more? So it's basically, what do you like more?
Okay, so that's the name of the thing, right?
That's
right.
basically
what do you like more?
Again, off the cuff.
Sure,
off the cuff.
Sure.
All right, straight away. AFL, NRL.
AFL.
Golf, soccer.
Soccer.
Ooh, I didn't expect that one, to be honest. Okay. NBA, NFL.
NBA.
Oh, not a gridiron fan.
No. Prefer the hardwood.
Oh, been there.
Nice.
Olympics or orgy?
Probably Olympics. Then you get someone from every country.
Okay, so we can sort of go into both of them.
Well played.
Missionary or custom?
Probably custom.
Custom, fantastic.
And it's the way I like it.
You're not an ordinary kind of guy.
No.
You know, you're not a missionary kind of guy for sure. Bieber or 1D?
Probably Beaver.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Yeah, I'm with you.
Talking about pets, right?
Absolutely. Been there. Oatmeal or Stamos?
Give me oatmeal any day. Am I right, teammate?
Ooh, I have to go Stamos on this one, my man. I have to go Stamos.
We're
Stamos is my
Stamos
man.
fans.
We're big Stamos fans.
John Stamos. Round or perky? What do you prefer?
Probably round.
Probably round.
Again, talking about cereal, right?
And
Yeah.
Stamos.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Stamos or Cyrus?
I've got to go with Stamos. Yeah, I've been in the
Absolutely,
generational
yeah.
studio a few
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah,
Yeah, it's starting to run. Yeah.
John Stamos. Stamos or Spears?
Probably stick with Stamos.
Gonna stick with Stamos there. And Stamos or Styles?
Yeah, I'm going with Stamos.
Okay.
Okay.
The man knows where he
basically
lies.
worked out the point.
He knows who makes his bed.
John Stamos is his favourite character of all the people in ER and Full House. Is basically what I've worked out there. So the sporting guy, thanks for hanging around. Do you want to hang around for the rest of the episode? Just be here.
Yeah, I'll stick around. I just
Hang
want
around,
to
sports.
be
MSG in the house.
Just want to be a part of it.
Sporty at 40.
I'm going to stick with the sporting theme here too. And sports guy, I want your input on this too. Now, a couple weeks ago, we talked about Serena Williams, and she's a bit of a hot-headed one. You know what I'm saying?
She is.
She's
hot.
Number one tennis player in the world. I mean, unprecedented record across Opens and what do you call them? Grand Slam tournaments, things of this nature.
Yeah, Grand Slam.
She comes from Los Angeles, a very dangerous and dirty part of Los Angeles called Compton.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Big shout out to everyone out there.
All the people in Compton out there listening to NWA, please fuck the police. Now, we want to talk about Serena Williams. Now, last week, if you recall in the news, she had criticized a young girl who was raped. Mm-hmm. Didn't really criticize her, but really in a roundabout way.
Terrible.
Had no real compassion.
Yeah.
She was actually saying, the girl was actually lucky that she didn't get worse. It could have been worse. She shouldn't have been wearing. She shouldn't have been as drunk as she got. Right. So on and so forth.
Good
Not
point.
cool.
Is that victim blaming?
In America, yeah, I believe it is, and thank you for that. Go to the Sports Guys webpage for more information on victim blaming. Now, Serena last week, she's also stuck into Maria Sharapova.
Okay, and what she got wrong with Maria Sharapova?
Okay, well, her deal with Maria is so here's the thing: she was being interviewed for a magazine. Serena was. Serena gets a phone call from her sister, Venus.
Venus, also a tennis player.
And they start shooting the shit. The interview was about a day in the life of Serena, so the interviewer just listened in on the conversation.
Sure.
The conversation went a little bit something like this, talking about Sharapova.
All right, here we go.
So I quote her here. She says, she begins every interview with, "I'm so happy, I'm so lucky. It's so boring."
Yeah.
Okay, this is Serena talking.
Terrible.
Right? Actually, this is Serena talking. She's still not going to be invited to the cool parties. And hey, if she wants to be with a guy with a black heart, go for it. Now, this is in reference to apparently Maria dating a former ex of Serena's.
Oh.
Okay. So apparently the saying, once you go black, you never go back, is not true.
Okay.
Once
you go black, you go Russian.
Well, there you go. Exactly right.
That's the only way you can go after
You go
that.
from malt liquor to vodka.
Exactly
just like that in a snap of the
heart. Been there.
So I mean, I think we can gauge from this. She's got a real bitchy attitude. She's
Yeah.
a bit of a misogynist.
Yeah.
And it can also be kind of highlighted by her comments about Julia Gillard.
Okay, all right. So she's gone political as well.
She has. Well,
she has gone political.
no woman is safe when it comes to Serena.
Sure.
No woman can get away with anything.
She's privileged, isn't she?
Isn't
Serena. She seems privileged.
She appears to be. She thinks she is. It's a perceived.
It's a perceived privilege, and now she's attacking Julia Gillard.
Exactly right. And Julia is not at her strongest at the moment, is she?
She's very weak.
Upon the news of Julia resigning, Serena had this to say about her. Julia, I have to say it anyway, has had ass cheek implants. Okay. A little bit of envy here, a little bit going on. She says she walks around like she's some hoochie mama from the Bronx.
Yeah.
But I'm from the CPT.
Yeah.
And my beauty is pure U.S. grade beef.
Okay.
So, is that really necessary?
I mean, like
sporting guy, sports guy. What's your take on this?
Yeah, it's very interesting, the conflict that's arising between the two of them. A bit of ebony and ivory, but not necessarily in harmony. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out over Wimbledon. Interesting there, you can only wear white when you're playing tennis. What do you think about that, teammate?
Yeah.
Well, therein lies the conundrum. And I think that's why she's created her own line of clothing and always wears really obnoxious, ugly clothes. So there you go. So, I mean, that's just something that let's take this to heart. Let's keep a fine focus on Serena Williams. And anybody out there who does not believe in what she says, please tweet her and...
Just want to be clear, are we fans of Serena Williams on the show or not fans of Serena Williams on the show?
We think Serena Williams...
Because I'm very confused. A lot of big words are being used.
Here's my final word on Serena Williams. So we're back with the Sporty 40 edition.
It's Sporty 40. One quick thing I wanted to just mention really quickly, T-Mac. Justin Bieber was in the news...
Was he?
This week, and I just thought I'd throw it out there because I like to keep my fans updated with the Bieber facts. All right, he's been seen kissing and cuddling a married woman at a club, T-Mac.
Is this right?
So he was with Miley Cyrus last week, an engaged woman who was separated from Liam Hemsworth. Now... he's been seen kissing and cuddling at a club a married woman. She is separated from her husband and has been for a year. She's a 22-year-old married woman that Bieber's hooking up with, and she's very sexy, T-Mac.
Is she?
Very sexy sporting guy.
Wow.
Very sexy.
Who is she?
Of the female.
Is she a well-known? Is she just a random?
She has got an awesome name, though. Can I tell you her name?
Please do.
And the only way I can tell you her name is with a really cool voice as well. So here it comes. All right, get ready for it. Jordan Ozuna.
Okay. Speaking of first base mitts, I want to go into Kevin Rudd just quickly because Kevin Rudd is our new prime minister now. He's our brand new prime minister.
Sporty 40.
It's a Sporty 40. It's the Polly Sporty 40. Okay, we're going Polly Sporty 40.
We're going Polly again. All right, let's do it.
Okay, just quickly because we don't have much time, but I want to touch on Kevin Rudd now. Everybody's got their opinions about Kevin Rudd. He was ousted. We felt sorry for him. Now he's back. It's the people are calling it revenge. They're calling it also. I think on the front page of the Daily News they call it Kevenge, which is just ridiculous.
Political attack of the verbal kind.
Kevin, he's not quite the nice guy everybody thinks he is.
No, he's not.
These are actually, he's got some nicknames that have been thrown around at Parliament House.
Give it to me.
These are actual nicknames of his. Dr. Death, you may have heard that one.
Kevin Rudd, yeah.
He's called the God Botherer.
Yeah, been there.
Been known as Pixie.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
read into that what you like.
Funny
Harry
enough.
Potter is one of his nicknames there.
There you go.
And I think we've all heard Heavy Kevy.
Yeah, that's actually, funnily enough, what I call my penis as well. My nickname for my penis is Heavy Kevy.
And your penis wears glasses too, right?
Absolutely. Definitely has bad eyesight.
Exactly.
Short-sighted.
Right. Now, Kevin, for all his faults, he has made some really good accomplishments.
He has.
Some things that a lot of people don't know about him. He's had all his internal organs replaced with ice cubes.
Fantastic.
This is a really interesting fact that not a lot of people know.
Necessary, though.
Totally necessary in Parliament House. He was the uni president of the John Stamos and Pokemon fan clubs.
Okay, can I just say I'm now a massive fan of Kevin Rudd.
Exactly.
Straight away.
That's what I'm saying, and that's
straight away.
I had to dig deep for these facts.
Wow.
Okay. The last one I found out, he once busked on the streets of India emulating Kama Sutra positions.
Yeah.
So he was just out there with a partner.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the Indians, they all felt they were really highly familiar with the Kama Sutra position.
Definitely. They get it.
But when Heavy Kevi does it, it puts a whole new spin on it.
So were they fully naked? They were
completely naked.
Was their penetration?
I mean, we're talking... It's the Kama Sutra. What do you think? What do you think?
I've never been there, so...
Okay. Do you know what it is?
It's
a book,
like a chicken curry thing.
Yeah,
chicken Kama Sutra.
You can get it with yellow rice or white rice.
Exactly right. Yeah, extra veggies. Yeah, bok choy.
So those are some facts about Heavy Kevi. So look, don't judge a book by its cover.
Mm-hmm. And funnily enough, don't cover a book by its judge.
And don't eat korma when you're reading sexual books.
Mm-hmm. Kama Sutra. Coming at ya, sporty at 40. Let it soak in, T-Mac.
Let the sporty 40 soak in.
Let it soak in, sporty guy.
It's as if we're sitting in a hot tub full of korma.
Yeah.
It feels good. Sporty guy, the sporty guy, how are you feeling right now?
Well, I'm sitting in the tub with the korma. I've got the choice of brown rice or white rice. A bit like the Wimbledon spectators, apropos of what we were talking about before, teammate.
Exactly right. And I think, is Joshua the brown rice and I'm the white rice? Or how does that work? He is of European descent.
Well, you're certainly the yin and yang of iTunes podcasting. So
Lean, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. So enjoy that. Let it soak in. So anyway, if you just listen to the episode, take a seat, relax, think about it. Maybe rewind and just listen to the whole thing again up to this point.
It was a very unique edition, I think, and it was very highly apropos for the 40th week of podcasting, 40th episode, and to bring out and finally appease the needs of our sporting fan base out there, and coming at you with no better than like the one man in Melbourne who could tell it like it is, the sporting guy.
The sporting guy.
Sporting guy, we want to thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy schedule. What do you got? What's next on the agenda for you, my man?
Yeah, just touring the West Coast at the moment. So I fly over there at the end of the week, and then I'll be going up and down. So I'm going out into some of the remote communities just to spread a bit of the word and get a bit of MSG out there, and hopefully everyone has their fill.
Nice one.
Thank you, Andrew Els, for our one YouTube comment about sport. It was you that made the difference, Andrew. It was you that made the difference.
It was. And look, if you want to give us your feedback on this episode, we may be able to get the sporty guy back after his worldwide tour, spreading the word on sweaty balls. So we'll just take your emails at generational@gmail.com. You can catch us on Twitter, @generational.
On Facebook, maybe like our page if you like. It's facebook.com/generationalpodcast. Get out there, find us online. Just Google us and you're going to find us.
I think the most important thing is to tell a friend. If you're enjoying the show and you're listening to it, tell your friend, tell your nan, tell your gram, tell your dog.
Everyone.
Pull the dog off your leg.
Yeah.
And just get into it.
And then maybe when you listen to the episode, put it back on your leg. I mean,
a little leg humping never hurts.
It's a relaxing podcast, T-Mac, basically. So do whatever you have to do to get relaxed. Let a dog hump your leg, and we'll see you next week on podcast day. For now,
we are out.
Late.
Sporty at 40.
Sporty at 40.